Hello once again, my dear viewers, to Infamous Animation, where garbage comes to life. Let's talk about Star Wars for a bit. I'll be honest, I like Star Wars, but not as much as I'm sure many others would like me to. To me, the overall series is just a bit too basic, and the characters are a bit too stock for it to stick to me as well as it has to others. Of course, it was the sound and visual design of the universe that made it interesting and memorable in the first place. I enjoyed the entire series for its atmosphere, action, and environment rather than the characters or plot. Prequels, sequels, special editions included. But, regardless of how I feel, the impact and influence of the original series is tremendous and unavoidable. And what do you get when something unique and popular shows up? Why, rip-offs, of course! Now, there were several live-action movies released that were pretty similar to Star Wars, but no animated feature was ever so finger-sticky as Starchaser, The Legend of Orin. All of them! And more! So sit down with a glass of blue milk and your floating pears, because I have a bad feeling about this. We begin with a scene of miners slaving away under their cruel masters, the children of stormtroopers and Cylons, I guess. Yes, life down here is hell, where a moment's respite will warrant you a whipping, and where innocent blind water boys get Sparta-kicked without warning. It would seem the only thing they have left is a hair salon, because, after all, this was a movie of the 80s. At the tone of the gong, the people head down to the Temple of Doom and listen to their lord, Sauron from Ralph Bakshi's Lord of the Rings. Actually, no, his name is Zygon, and he preaches to the masses.
The gods of the mind world are angry. They have kept you alive since the beginning of time, and ask very little in return. The furnace of life cries out in hunger. You must feed it more crystals, or its life-giving energy will burn out.
So yeah, this is apparently an entire mining planet. And again, apparently, the gods exchange inflammable balls of bread for the crystals they mine. Our hero, Orin, digs up a sword and tries to hide it.
Hide it!
Why aren't you working?
No! 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 No!
Madman.
The sword. The sword. Up there.
Grandfather.
Yeah, for the record, Orin took a whip around the neck earlier, and he's just fine. I guess the old man was just too unbeautiful for this movie.
If, in the distant future, someone hears these words, perhaps it is not too late. These dark corridors are not your true home. There is a world above, a magnificent universe to which you can return if you have the courage. He who possesses this sword possesses the power of truth. Find the blade, and you will find your freedom.
Lies. All lies.
Dude, a sword just talked to you. Your argument is invalid. But still, the miner who looks too fat to be a slave tries to turn in Orin, but is knocked out. Orin and his girlfriend decide to venture up in search of this new land.
I'll go with you too.
You'll have to be with us in spirit, Callie. It's too dangerous for one as young as you.
I'm not too young. You don't want me because I can't see. Don't leave me, Orin. I'll die without you.
Aww, this movie even has Jake Lloyd in it. The two try to escape, but the blind kid is caught trying to bring them food and— Holy shit! Okay, rule number 1 for keeping slaves. Don't give them better weapons than yours. Orin and his girlfriend escape into the crystal conveyor and— It was all a clever ruse.
My congratulations. You now know what only one other slave has known in the last 1,200 years. And like him, you will die with the secret. You might as well know the rest of the lie. Behold, the great god of my world.
Skeletor pre-mortem?
No! Stop!
Zygon takes interest in the sword hilt, and just kinda lets Orin go. And apparently they've been mining the stuff that goes in exploding barrels found in every video game. Don't ask me how they passed the flame jets going in without combusting, but oh well. Orin is free to dig to the top, and after many hours of struggle, in this not quite Dagobah, not quite Pandora, oh no, I made an Avatar reference, I must have no taste, durr, Orin encounters a group of cyborgs who want his body parts. Gee, I can't wait to see more of these. What? This is their only scene? And their only purpose is to introduce the Han Solo knockoff? Crap in a hat.
You're doing this? This is human magic.
No, I didn't. Yes, you're right. It is human magic. I can kill you the same as I killed the other two.
You've got exactly 10 seconds to tell me what you're doing in this swamp, or you'll be swimming with those two mandroids.
As I said, this is our Han Solo copy, a smuggler named Dag, who's looking for some crystals that Orin's been mining. His ship's computer warns him of a patrol ship approaching, and he drags Orin along on his Starchaser.
There won't be any shooting.
Where is he?
He's not anywhere. He's a ship's computer.
I wish you'd stop calling me a computer, Dag. It's so impersonal. After all, your body's just a machine made of flesh and blood. How would you like it if I went around calling you Meat Brain?
Huh?
Gee, and I thought C-3PO needed to come out of the closet. They take off and... Wait a minute, is he driving a Firefly? Dag stages an attack on the topside mining facility in order to steal some crystals. When chucking C4 at a ginormous metal door doesn't work, he just shoots a hole in a carrier with his little rifle. I guess even in the future nothing works. But Zygon catches him off guard. Orin tries to kill him, but is pulled away by Dag. And for some reason, he decides to pick up a distressed fembot to escape with, and Zygon drops this little line.
It is him. The Kaka has returned.
The Kaka? Is Orin a toucan? Orin ponders his losses for that day, while Dag tinkers with a fembot.
Two fembot.
According to the internal schematics manual of the G2 class government service fembot, all personal characteristic circuits are located in her... You're definitely looking in the wrong place.
Well, where are they?
They're in her... posterior.
You wouldn't dare.
Help! 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 What?
Sorry, honey, but it's your fault for being built so attractive.
There. That should do it.
Hi.
That's more like it.
That's right, boys. Play with a woman's ass in just the right way, and she'll do anything you want. Zygon sends word to his troops to kill Orin and take the hilt.
All units. Security code red. Name, Orin. Target is young, male, human, carrying a golden hilt.
You know, the one thing I wish they did rip off from Star Wars is the villain with a badass voice. Zygon sounds like John Hurt if he forgot how to be awesome. I find your lack of wind disturbing. Dag takes him to the Coruscant cum Mos Eisley planet and leaves Orin alone in his search for the blade. Dag gives the fembot to an auctioneer so he can get a cut of the profits for her. Then he goes to, hello? Dag sells the crystals to an Arab stereotype and heads out to meet the drop-off, while Orin consults a fortune teller.
You are lost, yes? And are searching for something of great meaning.
Yes. Can you tell me where I'll find the blade?
You will find what you are looking for in Calamo. In the basement. The darkest regions of the Noveluna rainforest.
Orin sees that the fembot, named Silica, is being sold and competes with a woman to buy her, even though he has no money to speak of.
1,000!
2,000!
2,000! I can't believe it! 2,000! 2,000 is just unbelievable! I can't believe I'm getting 2,000 going once, going twice! Sold! Yay!
Well, how much will we get?
I'm here, 2,000 Starbacks.
2,000? Who the hell bought it, the governor?
No, this fine young gentleman.
Water snake!
But don't worry, Dag buys her back because, you know, he's just nice like that. They go to the drop-off point to sell the crystals. Back on board, a creature known as a starfly keeps waving about the box of gold they received.
Dag, I think those desert men gave us more than gold.
Don't know why they would blow the crap out of money that they could just take back from their dead bodies, but oh well. And get this, instead of dropping the bomb back on the traders, they dropped the whole damn case, money and all. I guess even in the future no one works. Dag decides to take Orin to the rainforest told to him by the fortune teller, but ends up getting shot down by Zygon's troops. Orin gets flung from the ship when a stranger picks up his hilt and... What is he wearing on his... Dag gets captured and... Yeah. Orin converses with Ariana, the Princess Leia knockoff, about the mines. She tells him that her father is the governor who owns the facility and never once knew about human slaves working in there. With her computer, they find that several people over the course of time have freed planets from heartless villains, all with the use of a bladeless sword, its last known location the planet where Orin is from. Aviana takes Orin back to the planet from where he came and confronts Zygon about his deeds. Guess what? It doesn't turn out well. Turns out Zygon is an android. The same android stopped but not killed by the last one who held the bladeless sword. And guess what? He's been building an army of robots to conquer the galaxy. Zygon plans his next assault while Orin and Aviana mope about in their prison cell next to Dag.
I'm sorry. If I hadn't been so impulsive, you might have succeeded.
No, it wasn't your fault.
Oh, you don't understand, Orin. I didn't take you back here because I wanted to help you free your people.
Don't say it.
I did it for me. Because I wanted to be with you. Because I...
Don't you say it. Oh, come on! You've hardly known him for a day. You must be the precursor to Ariel or something. Aviana is taken to be leverage against her father's attack force when the Starfly comes in to be our Deus Ex Machina for the movie. It takes out a guard, scrambles Zygon's computers, and takes the hilt back to Orin. Orin and Dag break out and sneak aboard the flagship that Aviana is being carried on when they go to light speed.
Man, hyperspace always looks so freaky.
Meanwhile, Silica finishes fixing up Dag's ship. Why Zygon's forces didn't destroy or impound it is beyond me. Orin and Dag start taking out the bridge and free Aviana. By the time Zygon figures out what's going on, he orders that flagship to be destroyed. Silica and Arthur catch up with the rest of them and fight off some enemy ships. Then, the little starfly that could helps Dag figure out which button to press to detonate the missiles on the other ships. They head back to the mining facility and break in, but a tractor beam catches Arthur and Silica. One epic dogfight later, they're freed as a downed fighter takes the beam instead. Zygon orders his troops to kamikaze the flagship, and down they go. While taking Dag to his own ship, Orin and Aviana have this to say to each other.
I must go now to free my people.
I'm going with you.
No, it's too dangerous.
But...
No, you must stay with Dag.
Be careful, Orin. I don't want to lose you.
I'll be back.
Hey look, they even got the wooden acting from the actual series in here! Orin goes down to speak with his people of the truth, but that fat slave is still around and convinces them not to believe him. Zygon comes in his Sauron getup to reinforce this, but is quickly disarmed by Orin. Aviana stupidly followed him and gets captured. Orin reluctantly gives up the hilt, but when he sees that it won't work for him, Zygon tries to throw Orin over the ledge. But some starflies show up and tell him that he doesn't need the hilt because there is no blade. He gets up and wills the invisible blade to appear in his very hands. So let me get this straight. Orin isn't so much a Jedi Knight as he is Kazuma Kuwabara. Oh look, there goes the bad guy's hand, right on cue.
No, stay back.
Wow. This movie is such a Star Wars ripoff. They ripped off Phantom Menace 14 years before it came out. I'm impressed. I really am. Meanwhile, Silica shoots down an enemy over some crystals, which ignite and start to bring down the whole facility. Orin throws the hilt and makes it explode in such a way that it clears a path? Once topside, Orin cures the water boy of his blindness. What, is he a master of Hokuto Seiken now too? Then all the starflies appear around Orin. Oh god, could you imagine that many Navis in Ocarina of Time? But we finally get to see what these things really are. Why, they're the members of the Kakan before Orin. You know, with their Deus Ex Machina starflight powers, they could have easily destroyed Zygon whenever they wanted. I don't see why they had to wait for Orin. They offer Orin a place among them, but he decides to enjoy his freedom for a while. So they leave and form a hilt constellation as the credits roll. This was not shit. I mean, if you're watching this, I'm sure you've noticed that the art direction is actually pretty awesome. The one thing that they did successfully replicate from Star Wars is the level of detail in their environments, and it really shows. For being one of the first animated films to use extensive CG, they actually pulled it off pretty well. Atlantic Entertainment had a lot of interesting visuals in this movie, but it's such a shame that the characters are bland carbon copies of the Star Wars cast. This movie takes so many little missteps with its characters and plot that it hurts itself in the long run. Hell, Lucas should have had this studio do animated Star Wars adaptations instead of Nelvana and their holiday special Droids and Ewoks mediocrity. The Force was with them, but they are not a Jedi yet. I'm Shogun Gino, and this was Infamous Animation.